Okay, looking at the left side of this 2270 XD here, one of the things we inspect yearly is this block, the stuffer trip arm block. So I already took it off of here, but the stuffer trip arm, you know where it goes, it just sits right across there like that. It trips your stuffer chamber. So taking it off is pretty simple. I like to disconnect it at this, we call this the wishbone. I don't know what it's actually called, but that's what we call it. Take this arm off the top there. Take this spring off of there, and then you take that bolt out. One thing to note, if you're doing this in the field, be very careful about that bushing right there. You cannot find that bushing pretty much anywhere, it seems like, and if you lose it, you're just kind of shit out of luck. You can stick a bolt in there in a pinch without the bushing, but it'll eventually go bad. So, got the arm off here, and looking at this, you can see, if I can show it right, well, it looks worse in person, but you can see how rounded that is there still, even on the camera. And that is not what we want. So, this part's pretty simple. The bolt has four corners, or the block has four corners. So, you just take it out. With the power of YouTube magic, it's not very tight, because nothing ever goes wrong for the guy that's making the video. And we're just going to take her loose and flip her around. This one's pretty easy. Not to hold up too long. There we go. Now this little piece is supposed to be on there, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, you see how that one sunk down in there a lot more than this top one was? Maybe you couldn't see that, but without this one's missing that little piece I just said, and without it, your bolt will actually go all the way through the end of the block, and that's not a good thing at all. As long as you got one, it's okay. You can make it tight. We just put some Loctite on this one. It stays kind of where it is. But if you have to have one, you don't have Loctite, whatever, you're in a pinch, put it on the bottom, not the top, because if it's on the top, it's going to hit your block in there. Yep, now we take our block, we just turn it this way, find a sharp corner, you get, and just put it back on there like that. Pretty simple stuff, really, just turn your block around. It's got, we do this probably once a year. It's got four corners. You get 4 years of use out of this little thing. Okay, get that back on there now. That's looking good. Next thing we're gonna do, need to inspect that block in there also. Some people forget about this, me included. But you can see, especially from this angle, just like the other one, that one gets worn down, and that'll cause you just as many issues. That's pretty simple. I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, we're gonna take this loose, and look at that, comes right loose. I definitely didn't just cut the video and darn near have to stand on it to get that loose, but look at that, so easy. Anyway, take these off here. Yeah, drop the nut on the floor. Just pull this off. You have to be a little careful of those wires. I don't know, I've never heard them. I just kind of tuck it back behind there, and there we go. Same story. Those are just carriage bolts there. Try and be a little careful. Flip it around to your sharp edge. And get her back on there, hopefully. Oh, yeah. Sweet talk it a little if you have to. And now I like to slide it all the way up on there. Now I'm gonna need probably 2 hands for this. I'll show you, but just, it's pretty simple, really. Take this, put it on there, get your nuts started, and away you go. Okay, what we got left is just basically to slap her back on there. Now the way I like to do it, I like to get that bottom bolt in first. So I took that bolt out of there, but the bushing is still in, so we're gonna have to be a little bit careful. Let's see if I can set my phone here. I'm gonna work it. Get those arms right in there. Sometimes, yeah, there you go. Sometimes those arms get a little too pinched to actually get it around the bushing, and you just gotta kind of bend it out, basically. When you tighten this all up, it will bend those arms in anyhow. So sometimes you just have to fix that bend, and then when you tighten it up, it'll bend it in again. That's just how it is. That's the whole point of the bushing, is we can tighten this up without this getting bound. So I'll do that real quick. Alright, get that tightened up. Next thing, I like to usually lift this block up and slide this back. So I'll just put my fingers on there, push that inside block back. I couldn't see it real well. We're still not on there yet. Anyhow, get this wishbone out of the way. See if I can. No, okay, we are now all the way down, so that's just gonna be what it'll be for now. Next thing, look at this spring, and I'll just grab it with my little nip X usually. And we'll take her and hook her on right there. Okay, got her on there. When I took it off, I did loosen these nuts up a little bit. If you have trouble getting your spring on that way for some reason, crank it all the way off, take your nuts all the way off. Be nice and easy, slip it on the spring, put it in there, start your first nut, and just start tightening. Takes a while. But next thing's next, if we lift this up, yep, should go right up on that block there. Now, you'll need to adjust that yet, but we're not super concerned with that for now. For now, I'm going to actually pull it off of there, and we're going to stick our bolt through there. Just take this nut off, stick this on there, on this wishbone, and then our stuffer bar is on. Okay, now we got that on. Our stuffer trip arm, I think I just said stuffer bar, but that's not right. Our stuffer trip arm is now mostly operational. Now, you need to adjust all of this still, and probably this, but I think I'm going to make a separate video on that. So if somebody is just looking for that, how to trip that, how to adjust that, in the field or something in a pinch, I'd like to be able to have somebody do a quick Google search and see that, hopefully. So that's it for this for now.